The thought that hard work will be rewarded, unfortunately, doesn't always work in the corporate world. And it's because people need to know about your hard work, which requires us to talk about it. And talking about it feels very salesy and awkward and gross. And for those of us who hate talking about ourselves, it makes our skin crawl, which is why I want you to watch this week's YouTube training, because I am going to give you 3 hacks that I use to be more comfortable sharing and showcasing my value. Stay tuned. Well, hello there. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share career tips and tricks, job search hacks, any sort of advice that I know as a career coach for 5 years and recruiter and HR professional for 15 years prior to that, so that you can end up happy and fulfilled in your career. And today, I want to invite you to subscribe and click on the notification so that you don't miss a single video. So I want to talk to you today about selling yourself or talking about yourself without feeling awkward. This is a topic that's like close to my heart as someone who cannot stand talking about myself. My skin starts to literally crawl. Like I can feel a flight instinct kick in. Like I get agitated when I'm talking about myself. Like I'm agitated now. When I'm talking about myself, my thoughts are half on talking about myself, half on how quickly can I end this? It is noticeable with my close friends. They have brought it up multiple times that I need to talk and share more about myself. And so I also know that this caused a lot of nervousness and anxiety going into interviews. This caused horrible anxiety when it came to performance reviews, because I just feel weird. Like, how do you talk to people? Really, sometimes I just want to know, how do you do it without being an awkward human being? Well, I certainly have come up with some excellent hacks that I have used in interviews, in performance reviews, in meetings with my managers, in networking meetings, all of those sort of scenarios where you need to share and showcase the work you've done. These are hacks that I've used over the 5 years with my clients. And it has worked so well because, this is something we have to get over. We cannot let our fear of talking about ourselves get in the way. And while sometimes this is a confidence issue, it isn't always. And when it is a confidence issue, sometimes we don't have time to wait until our confidence gets us to that place of fine talking about ourselves. So sometimes we also need some hacks while we wait for our confidence to catch up. Or if it's like my case where it's just a kind of a neat thing of I just hate talking about myself. It's not a confidence issue. I am confident. You need these hacks to help get through it. Okay, so hack number 1 is the one I started to use and love the most. And it is becoming a storyteller, just telling stories. So I began to think about it this way back when. Like this is the very first hack that I used because I am a storyteller. I am constantly creating and telling stories in my head. Sometimes I write them out. Sometimes I'm communicating them to people, but I'm always telling stories. So when I began to think about the work that I've done, the difference I've made, the value I've brought, as a story to tell, it became less about me and more about the story. And it made it so much easier for me to communicate it in a more relaxed manner instead of like sweating buckets, like I just want to run out of here manner, because it wasn't about me. It was just about me telling a story, which is part of the reason why I love using the acronym background, action, result when I'm thinking about how to create my stories for interviews. But this also works in any other scenario when you need to showcase the work you've done. Thinking about as I'm just telling a story. It immediately calms me down. Hack number 2 is become an actor. So I did drama as my arts throughout high school. Not very good at it. I did well in terms of marks, but I was not winning any awards. But it's sometimes I would think about myself, especially if this would really work in interviews, and think of myself as that recruiter. I like created this like recruiter persona. And then I would just be showing up as that recruiter persona. This is how the person would talk. And again, I would be adding that into the storytelling. And it allowed me to be still nervous, but I was acting as that person, as that persona of an ideal recruiter. And then bonus marks, this also helps shift my self-concept to becoming that ideal recruiter. This is a hack that we use, the self-concept hack, in a variety of ways to overcome certain challenges and obstacles that we sometimes face, like career changes, like imposter syndrome, promotions, when we need to sort of step into that next version of ourselves, creating this ideal persona and then starting to act as that until we become it. It's kind of like the fake it till you make it sort of like adage or saying. So becoming an actor, stepping into a role of a person. And then the last tip is one I never used on myself. These first 2 helped me a lot, but it's one I've used a ton with clients. And this is for individuals who don't feel that they're natural storytellers, or the idea of acting is just too off-putting for them. So we came up with a 3rd hack of just sharing what people say about you. So if you have gotten great feedback from somebody, that is what you're telling other people. And now you can remove the like, so-and-so said this, and just replace the, well, this is what I did. Instead of like, so-and-so said I did this, you say, well, I did this. So that we are not having to like, feel like we're talking up about ourselves or bragging or anything. We're just sharing the feedback and thoughts about our work that we have gotten from other people. So I want you to try and go through your performance reviews. I want you to ask individuals. I want you to go through some emails, think about conversations with other people where they have talked about the value you've brought, the work you've done, the impact you've made. And I want you to use some of their words that they used about you as a starting point of using them to share your impact, your value, your work to other people in interviews, with your manager, with your boss's boss, in networking meetings. Now, you can start small. You don't have to start up there. You can start sharing this with a coworker that you're really good friends with. Share with it with a family member. You can share it in a mirror or on your phone, like recording yourself. Learning to talk about ourselves in a way that is grounded and calm and confident is a skill. And it takes time and it takes practice. But also know this, it does not have to be perfect by any means. I have never gotten to that point, and I've done quite well for myself. I'm always fine most of the time with not being perfect when it comes to a lot of things. Time management, on the other hand, I'll get back to you on that one. But I really want you to try one of these 3 hacks, because I really think one of them, a combination of them, is going to be the difference between you showcasing your value and finally getting the recognition you deserve, and you continuing to do a lot of hard work in the corner, no one noticing, and you getting more and more angry and resentful. Okay. Now, to recap, I want you to become a storyteller. I want you to become an actor, and I want you to become the person people are talking about. I want you to share other people's thoughts on you. Comment below which one you're going to try and how, like, do you have any stories about how being awkward? I had one from last night. How do you leave a conversation? I still have not learned that. Please share me your tips. If you know how to leave a conversation without looking like an awkward human being, share with them, with me. I need them so bad. But until next week, I hope you have a great week. And don't forget to hit subscribe and notify, and so that you don't miss any of these incredible hacks, tips, and tricks, so that you can move your career forward, so you can go from unhappy to in love in your career. Until next week, have a great one. Bye. If you liked this video, then I invite you to join me in the Find Your Dream Job program, where you work less, make more money, and finally feel fulfilled doing work that you love. Find out more at www.sarathecareercoach.ca/CYLA. See you there.